I wouldn't call it a tech war quite yet. Maybe it's a tech cold war. But there certainly is a battle that's been shaping up over all of these issues for a couple of years as China has advanced in technology innovation and its companies have started to go global and have an impact globally. So we've seen this pushback by the U.S. and we've seen this growing tension between the two sides, China and the U.S. I don't think it's going to end anytime soon.
What about on the corporate company level? What is the sense among the people who work at these companies, the tech companies in China and in the U.S.? Is this affecting their ability to work and to innovate?
Well, I would think it would be a distraction for sure. And I think if you're a foreigner in China or a foreigner in the U.S., you may feel more at risk. You may feel maybe not so secure. You may worry about your future, whether you should go back to your home country because these tensions have escalated so much and become just a daily issue now.
That being said, how do you think these diplomatic tensions between visa issues, but we also are in the middle of a pandemic, affect the talent search for tech companies in both countries? Are you seeing any difference here?
Well, a lot of finger pointing from the U.S. side to China as bringing the coronavirus to the U.S. has now become a political issue. So I think if you're the Chinese working in a U.S. company, you might feel that may not be the wisest idea. You know, I was on a plane ride recently from San Francisco to New York City where someone in front of me, a passenger in front of me, started complaining, saying it's all China's fault that we have to wear a mask. And, you know, it escalated into a fight on the plane, and the woman was actually thrown off the plane. So this has, yeah, become a really heightened issue.
You wrote a book, Rebecca, called Tech Titans of China. What does the future hold? And do you think at this point, does one country have an edge when it comes to tech? I mean, that's a very broad question, but I want to get your thoughts on that.
Right. Well, it really depends on the sector. In semiconductors, I think it's widely known that the U.S. is more advanced, but China is pushing to get ahead. In things like mobile apps, China has much more functional and much more advanced apps than the U.S. has. So it really does depend on the sector to a great deal. Artificial intelligence is another area where we have seen China and the U.S. Competing with one another for leadership of that field, which is a really important field that impacts a lot of other technologies.